Okay, Hare Krishna. We'll continue our discussion on Mukunda-Mālā-Stotra. Yesterday we discussed Shlokas 14 and 15. We already discussed 14, Shloka number 14. We already discussed 15 also we discussed. But yesterday we were trying to, get some reflections from everybody. What did you understand about the Prithvi, Renur, Anu, Payām, Kanika, Sloka? And then we discussed about Yajnavalkya from 15th Shloka. So today also we'll spend a little bit more time on 14th Shloka, Prithvi, Renur, Anu, Payām, Shloka. And also we will spend some time discussing about some important thing with regards to shlokas from 11 to 15. Okay. So before we go to that important discussion, let's revisit shloka number 14, the Prithvi, Renur, Anu, Payām, Kanika. Because it is such a beautiful shloka. There are so many life lessons that we can learn. So yesterday, what are some of the points that we discussed? Can anybody tell?
Level of consciousness, Prabhuji. Flight, when we go up like a flight from the sky, all the things will be small, no? Like that, if we increase our level of Krishna consciousness, all problems will be, looks like a small one, and our desires will be purified.
Yes. Okay. Very good. Anything else? Okay.
To be in Krishna consciousness, one has to travel in Kada-nava.
Oh.
So
Yes.
has to develop taste for Krishna Leela Kada.
Yeah. Very good. Beautiful. Nice point. We discussed that from Bhagavatam Shloka. So Kata-nava, that's another boat. So what are the different boats that we have?
Vishnu-nava, Bhakti-nava, and
Nama-nava,
Nama-nava,
Kada-nava.
Kada-nava.
Yeah, very good. So now going back to this point, right? Prithvi, Renur, Anu, Payām, Kanika, phalguh, sphulińgo, laghus. The big things appear to be small. The inaccessible things become accessible. The impossible becomes possible. We discussed all these things. Now, one another beautiful point that we can learn from this is, just like how our desires get diminished, just like how our desires get diminished as we practice Krishna consciousness, as we start chanting Krishna's names, hear Krishna Katha, our desires get diminished day by day, and at some point we will become desireless. Now, what does it mean to be desireless? What does it mean to be desireless?
Not having material desires.
Not having material desires, okay. That means what?
Not having desires for enjoyment by ourselves.
Okay.
Developing desire for service.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very good. So,
controlling ourselves.
Yeah. So that's Neela. Who said that? Neela or Ankita?
Right.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I was saying it meant that we have to control our senses. Like there is in control of desire when you are. I was thinking of these terms.
No, who said about service? Desire.
Neela Mataji.
Oh, Neela. Okay. Yeah. Yes. So higher consciousness means desire to serve Krishna. Yesterday we discussed about, elevating our consciousness, right? From lower consciousness to higher consciousness. So higher consciousness means at that stage, our material desires will diminish and become zero at some point as we achieve perfection. And at the same time, we will not become desireless. Because we are a spirit soul. Spirit soul is very active. Spirit soul has all these faculties, thinking, feeling, willing. So our desires will be to serve Krishna. That is what higher consciousness means. Our desire will be to serve Krishna. That is one thing. Another thing is, just like how our desires get diminished and become zero, all other anarthas, because from desire there are other anarthas that will come, right?
That's what I was saying, Prabhuji. That our senses will become our control. They will be in our control then.
Yeah, the desires will be in our control. And then, all other anarthas, like our greed gets diminished, our anger gets diminished. Now, this is the very most important thing, right? For many of us, even for devotees who have been practicing this bhakti yoga for a long time, controlling anger is a big thing. It's a big challenging thing. So in the Ankita, you were there in the Bellevue class, right? When we were discussing matra sparshastu kaunteya, the 2.14 art of tolerance. I asked everyone in the class to share their experiences, and people shared nice experiences that they started implementing this principle, art of tolerance, in their life, and they saw positive results. And in some cases, the wife was speaking on behalf of husband, saying that I see a lot of change in him after listening to this art of tolerance classes. I see a lot of change in him. So when the wife is certifying, that means definitely there must be some positive change that has come in. So like this, our anger levels get diminished, and then because when we don't have desires, there's no anger. Anger will come only when we have a desire and the desires are not fulfilled. When we have a desire, when we are attached to the desire, that is when anger comes. The attachment is, I have a desire, I want to prove that I am correct. My viewpoint is correct. I am attached to my viewpoint. I am attached to my ego, false ego. But when we don't have desires, then we will not have anger. And similarly, the other three, mada, moha, matsarya. Mada, pride. When we have desire, only then, if the desires are fulfilled, we will feel accomplished, we will feel proud about our accomplishments. So then there is mada, that pride comes. But when there is no desire, no pride. When there are desires and desires are fulfilled, you think that you are the biggest. You are the greatest. You are the accomplisher. Okay?
Responsibilities also desires, Prabhuji. Responsibility, for example, regarding kids, it's our responsibility to guide them or whatever. Is it desire or responsibility is different from desire?
No, that is different. Disciplining the children, raising them to become good citizens, raising them to be good devotees, raising their consciousness properly. So that's not desire. It's a desire, but it's a spiritual desire. You're not doing that for your own enjoyment.
Okay.
Yeah. So first they have to become good citizens, then devotees. Because a devotee means full of devotional qualities, good qualities.
Okay.
So all your efforts of parenting to raise them as nice kids, to grow up as nice students in the school, and then eventually to become good devotees. These are not material desires. These are not for your own enjoyment, for your own selfish, benefit.
But in that also we are getting sometimes angry, sad, like if they are not up to the mark, or if they are not.
Why you get angry is you're attached. You're attached to the kids. There can be some attachment to some degree, but when you are strongly attached, that is when you get angry. When you are deeply attached, you can be internally attached, but externally you have to show detachment. No. Internally detached.
Yeah.
Externally, you can show attachment, love, and affection.
Okay.
So everything is in that internal thing. So when you are internally detached, you will not get angry. You'll think that I have given my best. Now it is up to Krishna how he wants to make it happen. I'm trying my best. I'm telling my child 10 times, 100 times to follow my instructions. But if the child is not listening, then you just have to give it some time. Simply by getting angry, the kids will not listen. It will not solve the problem. You can do some chastisement. Chastisement means disciplining little bit strictly, but anger does not help.
Not only angry, sometimes sad also, probably. Sometimes we are we are giving so many instructions, still they are doing some mistakes, or something they are not achieving. No, that time getting emotionally. Why? How many times we are telling, still they are not. Of course, we also same like that.
So
But
before you become sad, just think about Krishna. How much sad he will become, or how much sad he is already, that we are not listening to his instructions.
yeah, it's true, Prabhuji.
So there's no difference. In fact, what Krishna is asking us to do is for the highest benefit. What we are asking for the children, what we are expecting from the children, is not as highest as what Krishna is looking from us. So, yeah. So these are all lessons. When we instruct something to children and they don't listen, we definitely feel bad, we feel sad, we become emotional. So that is a lesson for us to understand the emotions of Krishna. As a parent, we are feeling some sadness when the kids are not obeying our instructions, and Krishna will be feeling the same when we don't obey his instructions. So every opportunity you consider it as a lesson to learn. Every situation is an opportunity to learn something.
Yes.
Especially parenting, you can learn a lot. You can learn a lot.
Challenging, Prabhuji, parenting.
Hmm?
Parenting is a challenging, Prabhuji.
Challenging. It's challenging, but still,
Yeah.
you can learn. You can learn a lot.
Yeah.
You will learn patience. You will learn tolerance. You will learn how to control your anger.
Yeah. Morning, I shouted at Himanvi. Himanvi is telling, "You go attend a Bhagavad Gita classes. Why you are mad at me?" He's telling.
Yeah. So, so whatever theory we are discussing in the class, the best laboratory is parenting.
Yeah, definitely. Sure. Correct, bro.
Best laboratory. I mean, the interactions between wife and husband, that's also a laboratory. But better than that is the parenting laboratory. Yeah. Where you can experience love that Krishna has for us, where you can experience the emotions that Krishna has for us. You know, everything. You can put yourself in Krishna's situation and understand. That's only possible in parenting. Not in any other relation, not in any other situation in the material world. Material world, there are so many opportunities to learn different spiritual lessons, but the best laboratory is parenting.
Prabhuji, I think the other way always, whenever I'm taking care of my kids, I always feel, oh my goodness, Krishna had been so naughty. How the Mother Yashoda would have taken so much of pain every day.
See, that's another thing.
I I always think of this and then I think कि Mother Yashoda कैसे करेगी, क्या करेगी, and then I think कि क्या करूँ.
Yeah.
Like I always feel कि कृष्ण ही है मेरे पास, इतना ज़्यादा नटखट बच्चा है भगवान.
The best principle to deal with kids is, especially up to 5 years, you just have to let them do whatever they want to do. That's what I do whenever I used to do that to my child, to my daughter. Even now also I do that. But whenever some kids come to our home, especially the young children up to 5, 6, 7 years old, I don't say anything, whatever they do. ఇల్లు పీకి పందిరేస్తారంటారు తెలుగులో, అయినా కూడా నేనేం చేయను. Ankita can speak for that. They all came to our home one day.
Yes, Prabhuji, I remember that.
Yeah.
How much galata they did on your house. Oh my goodness. One of the kids spoiled everything in that room and then I was like, what is this? And then my kid is telling he's done that. Everybody is saying, everybody complained, okay, this boy has done that. I said, okay, no problem. I'll clean up. And then I cleaned up everything. I was like, oh my goodness. And
Yeah.
how could you know your room, full room? They were just spoiling like anything. And my kid is coming and complaining, Prabhuji, repeatedly. Huh? He's coming down and telling, Mama, he has done that. Mama, please come and see what he is doing. And he's a complaining person.
Yeah.
It
So
was so silly.
that's the best thing.
Yeah, your whole house, I mean, the stairs of your house, they were all over the place. They were running up and down.
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
Yeah. And by the way, that reminds me, when I spoke about that gathering of Bellevue Bhagavad Gita students and families at our home during last Diwali time, I think. Yeah. That reminds me, all of us, the Mukunda-Mālā-Stotra fans, we should also meet sometime. When will be a good time? Sometime in October? I'll be going to India on October 17th, around that time. So we should meet sometime before that.
Oh, you're going in Diwali, Prabhuji?
Huh?
Diwali? It's October 17, Diwali.
Oh, 17th is Diwali?
That's what I think so.
20th, I think, Prabhuji.
20th.
Maybe 19, correct. Yeah.
19th. Okay, I'll not be there for 19th. So we can meet sometime before that. So you all can.
Temple open is there. Maybe you are busy, Prabhuji, before week.
Temple opening, that is only one day. Be only one day. So you all can think about it and let me know what day works for you all in October before 17th.
Yeah, sure.
Let's keep it as before 15th. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
15th is what? Let's look at the date. October 15th is Wednesday, 17th is Friday. I mean, I haven't booked my tickets yet, but that's when I'm planning to go. So that means the weekend of 11th and 12th. So anytime before 13th, basically, before 13th, 14th. Ideally, we should meet on weekend so that everybody can make it.
That's Sharad Purnima, I think.
Sharad Purnima, I think 6th or 7th is Sharad Purnima.
That's what, somewhere around that.
Yeah. So look at your schedules, your calendar.
Sharad Purnima is a good day, Prabhuji, to meet. Usually, oh no, sir. Yeah, that day only we are supposed to do Kirtan Bhajan, right? In the night.
Yeah.
So that will be a great day to do a Bhajan Kirtan together. Yeah.
Okay. Sure. So you all think about it and let me know what day works for you. Based on that, we can plan. Okay. So coming back to this shloka, right? Prithvi, Renu, Ranu, Payām. See, just like how our desires get diminished, our other anarthas also get diminished. Like krodha, lobha, mada. Mada we discussed, the pride levels get diminished, and moha, illusion. Illusion means when your desires are fulfilled, you will get pride and you will think that you are the greatest. You are the greatest and you have everything in this material world for happiness. You can get complete happiness in the material world itself. You don't need anything else. There used to be a saint in the ancient times called Charvaka Muni. Charvaka Muni was an atheist. He used to say that there's only one life. Just live the life to the fullest. After this, at the end of this life, there's no birth, there's no papa, punya, there's no punishment, there's no swarga, there's no naraka. Everything will end. At the end of this life, after death, everything ends. And he doesn't know what happens after death. He simply says there's no birth, there's no death again, there's no hell, there's no heaven, no reincarnation, no papa, no punya. And he says that's why in this life, buy, beg or steal, but you enjoy the life. Runam kritva ghritam pibet. Basmi bhutasya patalam, rinam kritva grinam ghritam pibet. Basmi bhutam. That means at the end of this life, when death happens, this body will become ashes. Basmi bhutam. Rinam kritva. Rinam means debt. Rinam kritva means you make a debt. If needed, you make a debt and enjoy. I think somebody in Western country, they listen to Charvaka Muni's instructions very sincerely. That's why this whole country runs on debt. Credit cards, debts, loans. The bigger the credit is, the bigger the loan is, the famous you are. So back in India, there was no concept of debt in the beginning. Even if somebody wants to buy home, our parents used to buy home only with hard-earned money, savings, no loan. So, Runam kritva ghritam pibet. Ghritam means ghee. Even if you have to take loan, make debt and drink ghee. Drink ghee means, generally people in those days, only rich people used to buy ghee and drink it. Because it's expensive, right? Ghee is expensive. Oil is cheap, but ghee is expensive. So that means indirect message is even if you have to make debt, take loan, take it and enjoy your life. Buy expensive things. So that is what will happen. As our desires are fulfilled, we will be subject to illusion, moha. There is a shloka in Mukunda-Mālā-Stotra. Mohanda kupa kuhare vinipati tasya. We discussed this in one of the classes. Not Mukunda-Mālā-Stotra, but at some point. Can somebody tell when did we discuss this? Mohanda kupa kuhare vinipati tasya. Moha anda kupa. Kupa means well. Anda means dark. Moha means illusion. Oh Lord, Kulshekhara Alvar is praised in that shloka. That will come towards the end actually. Kulshekhara Alvar prays, Mohanda kupa kuhare vinipati tasya.
Rukmini like Prabhuji.
Ah, very good. Rukmini prayers. And in Rukmini prayers, what was the specific topic?
Cheyi andichadu. Panigrahanam.
Panigrahanam. Correct.
Karavalambam.
Karavalambam. Yes, very good. Good job. Good memory. So, yeah, Kulshekhara Alvar prays to the Lord. I am stuck in this deep, dark well called illusion. Please uplift me. And there is that word Karavalambam also in that shloka. Mohanda kupa kuhare vinipati tasya. Mohanda kupa kuhare vinipati tasya. Andasya me huta viveka mahadanasya. Andasya kupa kuhare. No. Let me open that shloka. Andasya me hrita viveka mahadanasya mohanda kupa kuhare vinipati tasya devesha dehi krupanasya karavalambam. Yeah, now I remember. Yeah, this is the one. Andhasya me hrita viveka mahadanasya chaurai prabho balibirindriya namadeyaihi mohandhakupa kuhare vinipati tasya devesha dehi krupanasya karavalambam. Yeah, you'll remember the text only when you sing in the proper meter. The melody meter, if you sing in that meter, you will remember. I was trying to sing in a different meter. Yeah. So, Mohanda Kupa Kuhare, the third line here. Kulshekhara Alvar is saying, I'm stuck in this deep, dark well called illusion. So that is what happens when we have desires and the desires are fulfilled, we will be illusioned. Okay, and the last one, Matsarya. No, before that. So as we elevate our consciousness, what happens to this moha? The moha also gets diminished. We will not be illusioned. Even if our desires are fulfilled, we will not be illusioned if we elevate our consciousness. That's why sometimes when you ask for material benefits, when you pray to the Lord for material benefits, Lord will first purify you, then He will give the benefit. Let's say you want a better job. You're already having some nice job with decent salary, but you are aspiring for much bigger package, a better position and bigger package. So if you are sincere in your bhakti, the Lord will purify you first purify you of that desire, and he will not make you attached to that higher position or better package, and then he will give you, so that you will not be illusioned. Just like how it happened to Dhruva. Dhruva was aspiring when he started doing tapasya. His desire was to get a kingdom that is greater than that of his great grandfather, that is Brahma. Not only his father, not only his grandfather, but great grandfather, that is Brahma. And then when Vishnu appeared, Vishnu purified Dhruva of his desires. And then he gave actually. Even the Dhruva did not want, but the Lord Vishnu gave him a separate planet called Dhruva-loka. So there is a separate planet for Dhruva. So he is there eternally in his own planet. So the Lord purifies our desire and gives that material benefit so that we will not become illusioned. Moha, the moha will not be there. Okay, and then finally matsarya, jealousy. We will not have jealousy as our consciousness gets elevated. Whether we have something or don't have, and when we look at others who have everything, we will not have jealousy. That will get reduced. And when all these things happen, when our desires diminish, when our kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, when all these things diminish, what happens? We will become dear to Krishna. We will become dear to Krishna. So what is the word from Mukunda-Mālā-Stotra?
Nata, Prabhu.
No. Nata is the master.
Bhakta Priya, Prabhu.
Bhakta Priya. Bhakta Priya means two ways. One way is Krishna is dear to devotees. The other way is devotees are dear to Krishna. When will devotees become dear to Krishna? When they don't have these anarthas. When they get rid of these anarthas, they will become dear to Krishna. And Krishna himself says this in Bhagavad Gita chapter 12. Let's look at that. The chapter title itself is Devotional Service, Bhakti Yoga. In almost every shloka, there are only 20 shlokas in this chapter, 12th chapter, Bhagavad Gita, 12th chapter, Devotional Service, Bhakti Yoga. There are only 20 shlokas, one of the shortest chapters. Chapter 15 and chapter 12 has only 20 shlokas. In almost every shloka, Krishna will say something and he will say, such a devotee will become dear to me. Such a devotee will become dear to me. See, look at this. Starting from text 13, 14. These are the qualities Krishna is mentioning here. Adveshta sarva bhutana maitra karuna evacha nirmamo nirahankaraha samadukka sukha kshami santushta satatam yogi yatatma dhrida nishchayaha mayarpita manobuddhir yomad bhakta same priyaha. Okay, Shamala, can you read this?
One who is not envious but is a kind friend to all living entities, who does not think himself a proprietor and is free from false ego, who is equal in both happiness and distress, who is tolerant, always satisfied, self controlled, and engaged in devotional service with determination, his mind and intelligence fixed on me. Such a devotee of mine is very dear to me.
Very dear to me. Yomad bhakta same priyaha. Okay. Now next one. Same. Mukta yasa cha same priyaha. Yeah, read this also.
He by whom no one is put into difficulty and who is not disturbed by anyone, who is equipoised in happiness and distress, fear and anxiety, is very dear to me.
Okay. Next one also. See, Yomad bhakta same priyaha. Yeah. Shamla, read this also.
My devotee who is not dependent on the ordinary course of activities, who is pure, expert, without cares, free from all pains, and not striving for some result, is very dear to me.
Yeah. And 17th also. Bhaktiman yas same priyaha. Yo na hrushyati na dveshti, na shoshati na kankshati, shubha shubha parityagi, bhaktiman yas same priyaha. Yeah. Yeah, read this also.
One who neither rejoices nor grieves, who neither laments nor desires, and who renounces both auspicious and inauspicious things, such a devotee is very dear to me.
Yeah. Okay. And the next one also. 18-19. Samashatrau cha mitre cha tadha manapamanayo shitoshna sukha dukkeshu samasanga vivarjitaha. Tulyaninda stuter mauni santushta ena kenachit aniketa sthiramatir bhaktiman me priyo naraha. Yeah, read this also.
One who is equal to friends and enemies, who is equipoised in honor and dishonor, heat and cold, happiness and distress, fame and infamy, who is always free from contaminating association, always silent and satisfied with anything, who doesn't care for any residence, who is fixed in knowledge, and who is engaged in devotional service, such a person is very dear to me.
Very dear to me. Okay. And then the last one also. Bhaktaste tīva me priyaha. Etu dharmamrutamidam yadhoktam paryupasate shraddhadhana mat parama bhaktaste tīva me priyaha. Yeah, read this also.
Those who follow this imperishable path of devotional service and who completely engage themselves with faith, making me the supreme goal, are very, very dear to me.
Yeah. So in every shloka he is telling who is that devotee who is dear to Krishna. And there are list of so many qualities. A devotee who is non-envious, and is satisfied with whatever he has, and does not put others into troubles, does not agitate others with their speech. So like this, so many qualities Krishna gives. And he says, if a devotee has these qualities, he will become dear to me. And that's the whole concept of that shloka, right? Prithvi, Renu, Ranu, Payām, Kanika. Our desires will shrink. We are in a ocean, material ocean. What is material ocean? It is nothing but ocean of desires. That ocean of desires should become a droplet. Anu payamsi kanika. Anu means small. Payamsi means water. Kanika. that that ocean will become a small droplet.
Nicely said, Prabhuji. Actually, people say Bhavasagara, Samsara Sagara, but it is
Yeah,
our own desires we actually sink.
yeah,
Correctly.
yeah. It's nothing but desire of ocean of desires actually. It's an ocean of desires. Because of a desire, we are taking birth in a particular species. Because of our desires, we are taking birth in a particular family. Because of our desire, we are taking birth in a particular country, in a particular place. So everything starts with desire. That's why the ocean is nothing but ocean of desires. So as we elevate our consciousness, the desires will shrink, and then all the good qualities will manifest, and then we'll become dear to Krishna. And at that time, what will Krishna say? Krishna says, I will walk behind my devotees. I'll follow the footsteps of my devotees. Not only that, Krishna says, the dust of the lotus feet of my devotees will purify me. Nirapeksham munim shantam nirvaira samadarshinaha anuvrajamyaham nityam puyeyetyangrirenubihi. Nirapeksham, that means not having so many desires. Apeksha means desire. Nirapeksha means not having too many desires or not having material desires. Munim. Muni means one who is silent. Muni comes from the root word mauna. Mauna means silent. You see oftentimes great philosophers, they always remain silent. They speak less because they think very deeply inside. They don't speak much outside, but they think very deeply internally. So that's why mauni comes from the root word mauna. So nirapeksham munim shantam, they are peaceful. Nirvairaha, they don't have enmity with others. Nirapeksham munim shantam nirvaira samadarshinaha. Samadarshinaha means this devotee considers every living entity as equal. Human beings, animals, trees, everybody as equal. And also he considers happiness and distress as equal. Victory, defeat, honor, dishonor, heat, cold, everything is equal to him. Samadarshi. Nirapeksham munim shantam nirvairaha samadarshinaha. If a devotee has these qualities, what does Krishna do? Anuvrajam yaham nityam. Nityam means eternally, every day. What does he do? Anuvrajami. Anuvrajami aham. Aham means I. Who is speaking this? Krishna is speaking. Krishna tells this to Uddhava in Srimad Bhagavatam. Anuvrajami means, vrajami means to walk, to move. Anuvrajami means following behind somebody, following the footsteps of somebody and walking. That is called anuvrajami. Anuvrajamyaham nityam puyeyetyangrirenubihi. Renu. See here also the word Renu. Prudhvi Renu. We started with Prudhvi Renu and then came to this Renu here. So it's a full circle. In English, they use this phrase called life is a full circle. That means you will start at some point and you will travel so many places, you will travel for years and years, and then in the end, you'll come back to the same point. And then they say, life is a full circle. So for us also, it's a full circle now. We started with Prithvi Renu in Mukunda-Mālā-Stotra, and then we ended up with making a full circle from Srimad Bhagavatam Sloka, Krishna's words directly. Puye yetyangri renubihi. The dust particle, the renu, the dust particle of my devotees purifies me. And when will Krishna tell to that devotees? When will Krishna say that the dust particle will purify him? Only when that Prithvi becomes Renu. When Prithvi becomes Renu, Krishna will say, Puyeye tyangri Renubihi. Prithvi becoming Renu means our desires becoming zero. Our kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya becoming zero. Then Krishna will say, Puyeye tyangri Renubihi. This is such a beautiful verse. You know, this shloka from Bhagavatam, Krishna telling this to Uddhava. What a wonderful shloka that is.
Prabhuji, can you tell which particular, what canto, what chapter this
Yeah,
is?
I'll show that shloka here.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
We discussed this, Prabhuji, in one of the class.
We discussed in one of the classes. Yeah.
The when goes to the Brijdham and then he gets the dust of the gopis' feet and all that.
Yes.
Krishna has headache.
Yeah. Okay. So this is Canto 11, Chapter 14, Shloka number 16. Lord Krishna explains the yoga system to Uddhava. So Krishna talks about all kinds of yoga to Uddhava. Jnana yoga, karma yoga, ashtanga yoga, and then finally bhakti yoga. So here in this beautiful shloka, this is what he says. So I will recite one line and you can, I'll recite two lines and you repeat after me. Nirapeksham munim shantam nirvairam samadarshinaha
Nirapeksham munim santam nirvairam samadarshyanam
anuvrajamyaham nityam puyeyetyangrirenubihi.
Anurajamiyakam nityam
Yeah. So look at this word, nirapeksham, without a personal desire. We're talking about desire, the ocean of desires. And Krishna is using this word, nirapeksham. Now read this translation, Shamala.
With the dust of my devotees' lotus feet, I desire to purify the material worlds, which are situated within me. Thus, I always follow the footsteps of my pure devotees, who are free from all personal desire, wrapped in thought of my pastimes, peaceful without any feelings of enmity, and of equal disposition anywhere.
Yeah. This perfectly as if, you know, Kulashekar Alvar has personally interacted with Krishna, and Krishna spoke these words to Kulashekar Alvar, and Kulashekar Alvar is reciting that shloka, Prithvi Renur. Everything matches. The desire, not having enmity, and the Renu, it's complete synchronization.
Prabhuji, and the translation is very good, Prabhuji. It's like he's telling he will purify the material words which are situated within me, because everywhere is impurity is there. It's not about him.
Yeah.
He's he's like he within him only everything is there. So we are impure means we are within him. So
Yeah. So indirectly he's saying that
us.
he wants to, no, he wants to purify him only.
Oh, okay.
See, with the dust of my devotees' lotus feet, see, how can Krishna take dust of the devotees and then purify them? Right? He's taking dust from them. You take dust from somebody, and how can you purify that same person?
No, not the same person. People like as like he's taking from pure devotees and like other people he's purifying.
Yeah, other people, and here indirectly Krishna is saying he's purifying himself, because he's saying, with the dust of my devotees' lotus feet, I desire to purify the material worlds which are situated within me. So if they are situated within him, that means they are already pure. With Krishna's touch, everything can become pure. But here Krishna is glorifying the devotees. He's giving the credit to the devotees. He's saying the only way to purify the material worlds and including me is with the dust of the lotus feet of devotees. And I always follow the footsteps of my pure devotees. Very beautiful, full of deep emotions. Full of deep emotions. This is like a lover saying to the beloved person confidential matters, like speaking from the heart, downpouring the heart, downpouring the emotions from the heart. So, such a beautiful shloka. And when I started discussing the Prithvi Renu shloka the other day, the first day, I did not think it is so deep. But as so this is what I do, by the way, every day. Okay? If somebody is wondering when do I prepare for these classes and all, every day morning I go for a walk. Around 9 o'clock or so, I go for a walk. In Samamish, behind the library, behind YMCA, there's a beautiful nature. I can see a lot of greenery and blue sky, that Nila Mega Shamala. Yeah. And so 1 hour I'll be walking, and during this walk, I keep thinking. So this is my meditation. And then I have been noticing, actually, not at my home, not anywhere else, but when I am walking in that nature, in that beautiful setting there, I get nice thoughts. So I know we discussed this shloka like 3 or 4 days ago. But then every day when I'm walking, I'm getting new thoughts. As I'm meditating, I'm getting new thoughts.
Prabhuji, will you note it down, Prabhuji? Because even if you we'll forget, right, Prabhuji? How will you note it down?
I do that. Sometimes I take my phone and I make a note.
Okay.
I make a note, and some things I forget also. Yeah.
When you are doing walking, you saw the flight, Prabhuji.
No, I did not see the flight, but I got that thought during that time.
That example is very nice, Prabhuji.
Yeah, I got this thought.
Yeah,
Yesterday I got that.
yesterday I didn't attend, but I heard the recording.
Hmm.
I was thinking the same thing, like my car, but you thought about the flight. So
Yeah,
yeah, really nice.
yeah. So if you also want to get ideas like that, you go for a walk. You go for a walk.
We'll also come to Samamish Library.
Yes, you can also join. Yes, we all can discuss Mukunda-Mālā-Stotra during the walk.
They'll start one section for Bhagavatam.
Yes.
Or
Yeah. So, okay. So that's about the Prithvi
Okay,
Renu.
question. How can Krishna be pure? Or Krishna is perfect, so how can he can say, purify me? I don't
Yeah.
know.
He doesn't need to be purified. He's purified. He's Purnam. He's complete. But just to glorify the devotees, he's saying that. Just to glorify the devotees, he's saying that.
Oh, okay.
At
The
another
benchmark
point,
of humility.
uh,
Benchmark of humility. Even like he's
it's
saying,
not because of humility. It's because of love for devotees and giving complete credit to the devotees. In another shloka in the same section in 11th canto of Bhagavatam, uh, Krishna says, Aham Bhakta Paradina. I am controlled by my devotees. Now, what does that mean? We all know that Krishna is the controller. He controls all the planets. He controls the movements of each one of us as Paramatma in our heart. Now, how do we understand when Krishna says, I am controlled by my devotees? Aham Bhakta Paradinohi. And not only that, Krishna says, Asvatantra. I am not independent. I am dependent on my devotees. Aham Bhakta Paradinohi Asvatantra Ivadvijaha Sadavo Grasta Hrudayam Bhaktair Bhakta Janapriyaha. So when Krishna says this, it is to glorify the devotees. It is to give the credit to the devotees. Okay. So now one last thing about elevating consciousness. I'll tell that, and in fact, I remember in the very beginning, I started saying that we'll discuss about Prithvi Renu, and then I have another important thing to discuss. But it's already 10 o'clock. That itself will take 1 hour. So we'll do that tomorrow. But I'll tell the topic. Okay. But before that, regarding elevating the consciousness, Krishna tells in 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita a very nice shloka. I'll show that shloka, we'll speak that for 1 minute, and then and I will tell the topic of the tomorrow's discussion. Yeah. Chapter 6, shloka number 5. उद्धरेदात्मनात्मानं नात्मानम् अवसादयेत्
उद्धरेदात्मनात्मानं नात्मानामवसादयेत्
आत्मैव ह्यात्मनो बन्धुरात्मैव रिपुरात्मनः.
आत्मैव ह्यात्मनो बन्धुः आत्मैव रिपुरात्मनः.
Okay, so Neela, can you read this translation?
yes, Hare Krishna. One must deliver himself with the help of his mind and not degrade himself. The mind is the friend of the conditioned soul and his enemy as well. Hare Krishna.
So in the Prithvi Renu shloka, we kept on talking about elevating our consciousness, right? So this is the instruction from Krishna. One must deliver himself with the help of his mind. Deliver means what? Elevating. Uddared. Uddared atmanatmanam. Atma means mind here. Okay, Atma generally means soul, but here in this context, Atma means mind. One must elevate to higher consciousness with the help of their mind. That means if we control our mind, if we discipline our mind, then we will elevate our consciousness. Okay, so I just wanted to show this. I mean, we can talk a lot about this, but I think it's already 10. I just wanted to show this shloka where Krishna tells to elevate our consciousness. Okay, so now the bigger topic or important topic that I wanted to speak today, but we could not do that today, is that today is the day when the founder Acharya of ISKCON, Srila Prabhupada, arrived US 60 years ago. He came to Boston. How did he come? Not by flight, but he traveled by a cargo ship. He traveled by a cargo ship. And he suffered 2 heart attacks during that journey. And there are wonderful things that happened. And it's all about facing problems in the ocean and how Krishna saved Prabhupada as Kaivartaka Keshava. And there are so many wonderful things that we will discuss about this whole topic. So tomorrow's complete topic will be dedicated to Srila Prabhupada on this theme of ocean, boat, and Krishna as boatman.
Kaivartaka Keshava.
Kaivartaka Keshava. Krishna as Kaivartaka Keshava. Yeah. It'll be very interesting tomorrow, so don't miss. Okay. So I think it's 10:07. We will conclude here. Mangalam Kosalendraya Mahaniya Gunatmane Chakravarti Tanujaya Sarvabhaumaya Mukunda-Mālā-Stotra ki jai. Sri Krishna ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay. Hare Krishna everyone.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.